All right, guys, we made it on board. We are currently at Port Everglades. This is my current view. We're in the back of the canal. We've left this terminal. Every time we've come down here, we've always left Terminal 26. It's the last one to go. Because we are on the World Cruise, we are actually not departing till 7 p.m. So you might be wondering, why is it such a late departure? First off, there's a ton of luggage for everyone. We're scheduled dinner at 5. It's currently 4:20, I think, 4:29. We're not going to be able to make it because Holland does require long pants, and we're just not going to have them. They're still stuck in the luggage that hasn't made it to the room yet. So we came up to the aft pool. They're about to do the sail away, even though we don't sail away till 7. They're doing the party at 4:30 as normal. But they also said they have to scrub the bottom of the ship, something to do with Australia. I do remember reading about that. A Viking ship was denied entry because the ship has to be pristine clean to go into the waters of Australia. So they said they start the process here. So they have divers in the water to really scrub the bottom of the ship so that the microorganisms don't cross between the oceans. So something new, something different. But join us for sail away for the 2025 Holland America World Cruise. Right, so here we are. We're at Lido. They were supposed to open at 5, but it is 5:19 and they just opened. I think they forgot they opened at 5 on embarkation day. Typically they don't open until 5:30, but as bummed as we are, we're not going to make the main dining room tonight. It's still a good night to eat at Lido because they do their steak dinner on embarkation day. It's very strange. On Amazon embarkation day, you can't get a steak for free in the main dining room. You have to actually come to the Lido buffet for it. So it does kind of work out, and they do have the shrimp cocktail up here, and they should have this soup that I like. But now there's a long line because they ran so late in opening it. So we'll see how long this takes to eat at a buffet. All right, so after a very long wait, they were already out of the New York strip. They're having to cook more, so I ended up getting a piece of prime rib. It's a little rare for me. I'm probably end up having to go back and get something different. Some barbecue ribs, some mashed potatoes, and then some potato chips and shrimp cocktail. I'll try the other side. Normally it's the same thing, or I might get a salad, so I get some vegetables or something, but they got hit pretty hard when they opened, so they're already out of items. Holland also serves you at the buffet. It's a Holland thing. It's not a COVID thing. They've just always done that, so that can also cause some backups in getting some things you don't necessarily want or too much of something you don't want. So, well, we'll see how this goes. Okay, so that was the strangest embarkation day dinner buffet we've ever had. Super busy. I don't know if it was people like us, they just didn't have pants, they couldn't go to the main dining room, but they kept running out of food. The lines were horrendously long. And then, plot twist, they're also out of cans of Coke today, which is very, very strange. So, starting off kind of weird, but, we like weird, so we'll roll with it. After the craziness of the buffet, we decided to come back to the cabin. Luckily, our luggage was here. We were able to unpack, or we started to unpack. It was 6:30 at that point, so we made a dent in our luggage till about 7:35. We had gotten the majority of it kind of put away, starting to really organize, and we said, you know what, let's just go see the show. The show last night was actually a presentation. Kimberly, the cruise and travel director, presented the entire entertainment staff, including the supplemental staff. Because this is a world cruise, they bring on extra people to help with the entertainment instead of it just being the normal 3 people that they have. So they do have their activities director, they do have their arts and crafts person, and they do have their I forget what they call them, but it's basically what a traditional cruise director would be. They all introduce themselves, but then they also have a specific dance instructor. They have a specific person that teaches you how to play Bridge the card game. They have watercolor classes. They have Project Linus, which is blankets, knitting blankets for crocheting for underprivileged children. They donated 500 blankets last year or something like that. It was amazing. and just various activities. These are passenger led. These are passengers on the ship that are doing these activities. They either got a room for free, which includes the minister, the rabbi, and the priest, because there is one of each, because it's such a long voyage, so everyone can still have their worship services. So I know they got their rooms for free, but some of them teach like watercolor. I feel like they just got a discount. I don't know for certain though, but I do know they are compensated in some manner for that. So he's actually going to take the watercolor classes, but there's a special arts and crafts class. There's all kinds of different activities. There's also 2 guest lecturers. One is more about military, because we are going to a lot of spots that involve a lot of major military battles. And one is just a general like history college professor lecturer. They both seem kind of interesting. We'll attend a few of those. So that was our evening. Kimberly then went through all of the stops one by one, and told something about each of the areas. Amazing. Can't wait. It was amazing to hear her talk about all of them and show some pictures, and basically just kind of set the expectation level for the journey, some of the extra activities that they will be doing during the journeys, like masquerade balls and barnyard dances and all the different theme nights and things like that. And then, you know, that was pretty much it. That was the presentation. It was a very pump you up. She's very excited. She used some of her experiences from the last World Cruise. Now, she was the cruise and travel director for the World Cruise last year, which was also on the Zuiderdam. It was her very first World Cruise. She felt very blessed to come back and see some familiar faces and get the opportunity to see the world again. So she used pictures and experiences from some of the stops last year from her, you know, journey with it. So that was pretty neat. After that, we came back to the cabin. It was NFL Sunday or Saturday. There were some NFL games, so we turned them on. We watched the Bengals lose to the Steelers, or no, the Bengals beat the Steelers. The Steelers lose to the Bengals, and finished unpacking. And it took us till about 11 o'clock. But happy to report, all 6 suitcases plus the snack bag, all put away. It's the first time in probably a month that we have had an opportunity where everything we have is unpacked, everything has a place, and we feel kind of settled, which is great because we're here for 124 days. So that would be the end of night 1. Day 2 is our first day at sea. Super excited. Can't wait. See you then.